Hey, it's Jeff Summers with Watch You Know, and I'm excited to show you this watch because it means a lot to me. This was my grandfather's 1941 Hamilton Berry, and it is a truly American timepiece. We're going to talk a little bit about that in this review and about Hamilton. But of course, I'm going to give you the usual overview of the watch, run through everything you need to know about it, and then we'll take the watch outside. And I have two special places that I took this watch outside, and I think you'll find that interesting. And finally, I'll give you my honest opinion. So let's waste no more time and get right into it. Okay, the first thing that we should know about this watch is that it is really, really tiny. Here is an American quarter, and watch this. Bam! It's basically the same size. In fact, if I put it over the dial, you almost can't see it. That is a small, tiny watch. In fact, how small is it? Well, it is 23 millimeters in this direction, and lengthwise is 35 millimeters long. It's 12.7 millimeters tall, and it is a 14 karat gold filled case with a sterling silver dial, and the hands and the numerals are 18 karat gold. It has a small seconds at 6, and when I say small, I mean really small, 3.1 millimeters. So check out this example again of the quarter, and watch this. You can see where it gives the date, and that's even a little bit bigger than the seconds. The watch has acrylic glass in this unique fishbowl shape, and it uses a Hamilton 982 movement, which is highly regarded in the watch community, has 19 jewels, and is pretty reliable. The back of the watch, all we see is the gold and a bunch of scratches. And keep in mind, this is an 81-year-old watch. It's hard to find an example with no scratches. Hand winding, let's find out if it's hacking. I don't think so. Nope, it's not hacking. On the back we see 14 karat gold filled. Completely American made. Before Hamilton moved to Biel, Switzerland, the company was making everything in its factory. And I mean everything. They were melting the alloy and rolled out their own hairsprings. Every screw was manufactured at the Hamilton factory, which was located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And even the oils that Hamilton used were refined in their own chemistry lab. You really are hard pressed to find something that's more American made than this watch. And in fact, appropriately, we have an American made bracelet. This is a Speidel twistoflex bracelet. It's an expansion bracelet. So I'll show you how easy it is to put on. You just rip, and there you go. And you get the perfect fit on your wrist. Speidel has been making watch straps for quite a while, and I believe they make some other jewelry. They're based out of Providence, Rhode Island. The original headquarters for Speidel, after they moved from Germany over to the US, is now being used as the molecular medicine lab for Brown University. The price range on this watch can vary. Just like any vintage watch, it depends on the condition that it's in. I've seen poor examples of this watch go for as low as $99, and some of the finest examples are in the $400 to $500 range. This is gonna probably fit somewhere right in between that. If you are interested in checking out a full history of Hamilton and want to dive into some of the detail, I really recommend that you check out my review of the Hamilton Jazzmaster. And in that review, I go into an extensive account of Hamilton's history. But it is important to know that they were once an American-made company, and now, of course, they're owned by the Swatch Group and made in, well, they're not really made in Switzerland entirely, so that is kind of a misnomer. Swiss made only has to be, I think it's something like 51% to be Swiss made. Iconic Americans that have worn Hamilton watches, such as Marlon Brando and Harrison Ford, and even Elvis liked that Hamilton Ventura. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. So now I'm going to take the watch outside, let you see what it looks like in two completely different environments, and then I'll give you my opinion. Hey, I'm here in Washington, D.C. at our nation's capital with my grandfather's 1941 Hamilton Berry. A completely American-made watch, everything inside and out American-made, on a Speidel band, also American-made, in a definitely American spot. It's a gorgeous day in April in the countryside, and we have my grandfather's 1941 Hamilton Berry. 14 karat gold filled, sterling silver dial, and 18 karat gold hands. All right, excellent. This is my grandfather's watch that I inherited, and of course it means a lot to me, so I love it, and it has great sentimental value, and that supersedes the actual value. The watch also has a fantastic winding action, and it really feels great. It uses a 982 movement that's highly regarded in the watch community, and it really typically only needs cleaning, oiling, and just a few adjustments. Parts are abundant and the movement's elegant but straightforward, and it often will perform within chronometer standards. What I don't like about the watch is it's really tiny, extremely tiny, and I have a 6.5-inch wrist and it looks really small on me. It has a small seconds hand that is near impossible to see at a glance because it's just super tiny. These particular watches of this time period seem to be pretty small compared to today's standards. Now, the 982 movement, which I mentioned earlier, which is highly regarded, that's awesome plus for the watch, but not for this exact watch, because I think this exact movement has been damaged by a previous watch repairman. Now, I recently took it in for servicing because it wasn't working, and it worked for a while, and now the crown won't pull out. But I do think that it still could be repaired, and I'm going to keep you updated on that in the description, so check out that. But I want to say that this is a really great watch if you're looking for a sub $500 vintage watch that uses, in part at least, some precious metals, silver and gold. And you should consider this Hamilton Berry. It has a reliable movement that should keep working great even beyond 80 years. Due to the rugged nature of the movement, it shouldn't need to be serviced as often as many other vintage timepieces. Throw it on a Speidel strap or another American-made strap, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a more American-made product. And if you can withstand its tiny size, then you'll have a timepiece that you can wear and enjoy for decades to come. Thanks for watching that video on this 1941 Hamilton Barry. If you liked it, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers, and hopefully when you are watching this video, I've already surpassed that. Please, it's really not very big deal to click one button. Just go down and do it, and it really helps the channel, and I can bring more of these videos to you. You also can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. So have a great day, evening, night, whatever time it is, and I will see you in the next watch review. Bye.